Does anyone else, like, have we figured out whether anyone else sees the people spontaneously grow up to look like the people they're channeling?
I feel like it definitely gets noticed because, like, whenever... Because, like, at least twice they've summoned Mia to use her looks on somebody. So...
That's true, yeah.
Yeah. So it's definitely noticed. I'm pretty sure Edward's in denial, because that was the case where his father was killed, so... Kinda like with earthquakes, it's just left a scar on him. But I have the info now, so I'm going back to Pearl. She better still be here. I was expecting Larry and Pearls to be here. Guess they must have gone to collect firewood. Suppose we'll have to check back later. Come on! I'm literally... Okay.
Do we technically have Dahlia's name now?
Yeah, we do. We have her profile.
Okay.
What was the one thing with Iris that I... Right! Proving that she can be in two places at once. I gotta do Iris's next, and then I can do Pearl's.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Is just because we had three people we needed to talk to, Edgeworth, Pearl, and Iris. And while it was a different order than we expected, we do have what we need.
Yeah. So, are you working on those locks or anything? Because, you can open the first one you said, and you haven't done that yet.
You don't know. It's behind her. No, it's unlocked, I swear.
Just to make sure I don't accidentally reset too much earlier, let's do this. Alright, we know what to do for the first couple. This person saw you. Bikini saw you. It doesn't add up with your hood. Evidence that proves there is more than one of you. Here is your sister.
Your twin sister.
I have a firm grasp of the situation now, Iris. You have a sister, don't you? A twin sister, perhaps?
Oh, fuck.
That's right. Dahlia Hawthorne. A woman I know only too well.
I had no idea you knew of her. Very impressive, Mr. Wright. But she's no longer...
Yes, I know. Her sentence was carried out recently, wasn't it? I'm sorry.
Thank you.
There's no need to explain now, is there, Iris? This second you who was here at the temple on the night of the murder. It was your twin sister, Dahlia Hawthorne.
But you just said it yourself a second ago. My sister's dead. Have you forgotten that?
Have you forgotten this, Iris? This is a channeling dojo, a training ground of the Kurain channeling technique. That night, someone channeled Dahlia's spirit, and you knew about it. And that's the secret you've been trying to hide from me. So Francisca's standing right there during this, right?
I was in my room in the main hall that night. As soon as I heard that I'd been spotted at the inner temple, I knew. I knew it was my sister. Dahlia, the other half of me who passed away last month.
Just as I suspected. The Iris that Sister Bikini saw at the inner temple on the night of the murder. It was Dahlia Hawthorne.
Is it bad I expected like that picture that we saw of Iris here with her hood up? It said there was evil Dahlia eyes coming out of it.
Why didn't you tell me this before?
Because Because my sister always does the right thing.
Excuse me?
And because I mustn't get in the way of what she's trying to do. I already betrayed her once before. I can't do it again.
You betrayed her? What do you mean?
That's why I have to accept I may be found guilty. It's the only way.
What is she talking about?
You know about it, don't you, Mr. Wright? About the fake kidnapping that took place here on Eagle Mountain 11 years ago. That was the start of it all. It twisted her entire destiny. She started to commit crime after crime, and in the end, she lost her life.
Good.
It's all because I betrayed her.
How did you betray her, Iris?
It was no coincidence that Eagle Mountain is where the exchange was to take place. After all, I helped plan the whole thing.
What?
But I got scared, so I ran away.
What are you talking about? Why would you help her? Stealing $2 million from your own father! It's awful!
But I promised that I'd help. And she didn't do it for the money.
Huh?
It was revenge on our father.
Revenge? What do you mean by revenge?
He was a hideous man. He threw our mother away and then sent her to hell.
Her mother? She must be talking about Morgan Fay.
Our mother was the eldest daughter of the main branch of the Fay family. The main family had a lot of influence in many businesses and political circles at the time. As the eldest daughter, our mother was set to inherit all of that as the next master. That's the reason our father married our mother in the first place. For power. But his plan backfired. Because our mother's sister took it all from her. She took over as master of the Karain.
That would be Misty Fay, Maya's mother.
But before too long, the credibility of the Karain tradition hit rock bottom. The new master, Mystic Misty Fay, made a terrible mistake.
Mystic Misty mistake!
It was during the investigation of the DL6 incident, which apparently everyone knows. After that happened, our father took me and my twin sister away, leaving our mother and our home behind. He hated the place. He said it was a hick dive and that he had no reason to stay there.
And that's when you came here to Hazakura Temple.
Yes, the woman my father took as his next wife already had a daughter, Valerie.
You're allowed to start reading before the text finishes.
I had no place in his new family, you see.
Oh.
And I hadn't seen my mother once since then. Having the master seat stolen from her, being rejected by her own family. I've heard she's been very battered, spiritually and emotionally.
I think I'm finally beginning to see how the pieces fit together.
Yes, I was over here listening the entire time. I have asked her everything I can in my capacity as a prosecutor. This incident, everything related to it goes back to the history of the Fey clan.
That's what it looks like. Iris, there's just one more thing I want you to tell me.
What is it?
During the incident in which your sister, Dahlia Hawthorne, poisoned a lawyer, she began relations with a certain college student in order to hide the evidence. That college student, have you heard anything about him?
Well, I did hear one thing. She said she hated his guts.
I see. Thank you for your help.
You're welcome. Hurry up, Phoenix Wright. There is still much to investigate. Leave these locks to me. I'll open them for you. I promise.
Thank you. I suppose I better continue my investigation. There's still one giant secret left to unlock. Pearl's psych lock. Doesn't Larry have psych locks too, though? Like, what about him? This helps no one, Rhino. Shits himself. That is not where I meant to go. What's the Pearl signal?
Pearl signal?
Look at that. They really did make a fire right in front of the shack. Oh, hey, it worked.
Oh, Mr. Nick.
You're too late, Nick. If you came here for one of our potatoes, we've already polished them all off.
I can actually make really damn good baked potatoes.
Okay, cool. They said they were half rotten. What can you do with those? I think I've pretty much got all the evidence I need. Now I just need to find out what Pearls is hiding. It wasn't meant to be a jab, that was just meant to be just a joke about what they said before, and I'm just thinking, Pearl ate half-rotten potatoes. Fuck.
I mean, Larry may have been exaggerating.
I guess. Alright, we already know the first two steps. You went to the temple because you were worried
about Maya.
Special course. You wanted to hear the lights because of the letter. You were trying to channel
Dahlia Hawthorne.
It was Dahlia Hawthorne, wasn't it? That was the name that was in the letter.
Ah!
It's just as I suspected. It wasn't Iris whose sister Bikini met at the Inner Temple that night. It was Dahlia Hawthorne.
Looks exactly the same.
I mean, when you put the hood on, yeah. Do you know anything about her, Pearls?
At least in a black and white flashback.
Do you know what kind of a woman Dahlia Hawthorne was?
No. I never heard of anyone by that name before reading those instructions.
I thought so. Pearls doesn't have a clue.
She was a monster.
She doesn't know that Dahlia is her sister.
Oh yeah, she was also your sister.
About the instructions in the letter I found, Pearls. Who wrote them? Whoever it was asked you to channel the spirit of someone you'd never heard of. You must have quite a lot of respect for them. After all, you followed their instructions without question. So here's my next question. Who wrote this set of instructions for you to Morgan? Pearls, I have to wonder about something. You didn't have any idea what these instructions meant, did you? But you followed them to the letter regardless, part of the pun. Why? Because it was your own mother who asked you. That's why.
How did you...
I figured it out. The person who wrote you this letter was your own mother, Morgan Fay.
Uh, eh.
Alright, Pearls, it's time you started telling me the truth.
Mr. Nick,
Why is she holding back from me? I don't like this.
Don't underestimate me just because I'm a child.
Huh?
If you're trying to say I follow these instructions, I'd like to see some proof.
What?
Damn it, she's been watching my court cases. Because I don't think you have any.
She'd say anything rather than admit to carrying out those instructions. Guess I'll have to produce some more evidence then. One more thing should do it. Alright, Pearls. We both know someone carried out these instructions on the night of the murder. But you're right. There's no evidence that proves it was you.
I knew it.
However, I do know that whoever did it was a child.
Huh? How do you know that?
Oh, wait! No, it couldn't be! Oh my god!
It couldn't have been an adult.
They are literally...
Okay, I don't know what's happening, so please continue so I find out.
I need a moment.
What?
Don't worry, you'll see. It couldn't have been an adult. No adult would have made a simple mistake like that.
A simple mistake? What do you mean by that?
I'm sure you thought you were carefully following the instructions you'd been given. But you misunderstood some of the words, and this is the evidence that proves it. It was you who splattered gravy on this hanging scroll, wasn't it?
Oh my god! Oh my god, I just got that. Ah! Oh my god. But why would I do something like that?
Do you remember what was written in that letter? Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition. But you didn't know how to read the words gravely and roast, among others, right?
How do you know that?
Remember the conversation you had with Ms. Donham on the night of the murder?
Rhino doesn't, because he didn't edit this recently.
You voice her.
I thought you kept voicing her every time she came up with flashbacks.
Perhaps we could read some books together. Really? I'd love to! I'm not very good at reading. Well then, would you like to practice reading with me? Miss Elise, so for example, how do you read this? It says gravely. That's kind of a tough word.
Did I voice her?
Yes, you did.
Oh.
Sure, Ms. Donham taught you how to read gravely and roast. But what she didn't teach you is what they meant.
Gravely sounded like gravy, and to me, the only roast I could think of was food, so...
And that's why you did it. That's why you covered the picture of the master in gravy from that night's pot roast.
To be honest, I did think it was a bit strange. I guess I really did get the wrong idea.
And to think weird, I thought that it was Elise or Misty herself who did it to try to hide her identity. Just a tiny bit.
I really am useless. I didn't even manage to burn the letter properly as my mother told me to. Such a simple thing, and I couldn't even do it right. After dinner that night, I did go to the inner temple. with a pot full of leftover gravy.
The gravy?
I saw the picture of that on the hanging scroll near the sacred cavern. I was sure it was the Master of Karain, like it said in the letter.
I see. And then?
Well, it was already way past 10 when I got there because of all the snow. So I went to the inner temple guest area.
The guest area?
Yes, I thought I could wait over there until the training was over.
Why didn't you just go to the training hall?
Because Mystic Maya's main training had already started, and I couldn't interrupt it. So, I just stayed where I was and prayed for her to get through it. But then,
Pearls, did you fall asleep?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Hey, don't worry about it, Pearl. Who cares if you fell asleep? I fell asleep waiting for Iris too. It happens. Anyway, then you find yourself trapped at the inner temple.
Yes. When I woke up, it was morning. I tried not to cry, but Dusky Bridge wasn't there anymore, and there was no one in the training hall.
Oops, didn't mean to do that.
I threw the letter into the incinerator, and then I heated up the leftover gravy and
let off some steam by chucking the gravy on the scroll while you cried. Didn't mean to click there accidentally. It must have been pretty scary for you, Pearl. I know what it's like. Nick used to leave me behind when I fell asleep at school, too. Don't equate something so trivial with her experience, Larry. Also, lost powers are a thing we can talk about again.
it was written right in my mother's letter. It said, as soon as you hear the lights go out, you must channel her spirit. I was on my way over to the inner temple when I heard the bell ring.
So you channeled Dahlia Hawthorne's spirit?
No. I tried, but I couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it?
I never failed at channeling someone. This is the first time it's happened. I tried and I tried and I tried. Yesterday, this morning, the whole time. But I just couldn't do it.
Don't let it get you down, Pearl. It'll all work out. If you want, I'll come flying through the sky for you. Whoosh, just like that. So she never managed to channel the spirit. Is that why you think your spiritual powers are gone?
Yes, I don't know what to do.
Isn't there any other explanation for why you couldn't channel a spirit?
It was already inhabiting someone? I suppose there's one other possibility. It's not very likely, though.
Could you please tell me what it is, anyway?
It could happen if someone else was already channeling the same spirit.
Someone else? What do you mean?
Well, there's only one of each spirit, right?
Yep, it's like dating a girl, Dick. You can't see a hot chick if she's already taken.
Well, at
Hey,
least Larry has that.
Yeah, he's got some values. Just not much value. And that would mean on the night of the murder, someone else channeled her spirit before Pearl's could.
Ooh, question.
Answer.
Do you think because Pearl's got her to read the letter, she knew what it meant, and thus Misty actually did the channeling herself so Pearl couldn't?
Then who the fuck killed her?
Maybe Dahlia was like, oh, look whose body I'm in, stab self.
Yeah, that when you're inhabiting the same body, it's hard to pull the sword out of yourself.
I'm just saying. Like, there's the obvious answer of Maya, but I thought it would have been more interesting if it was Misty.
I think Misty's a decent guess. Problem is, that means somebody else killed her. It couldn't, because... Okay, take it face value. If Pearl says she didn't channel her, she didn't channel her.
Yep.
She didn't, like, channel her and not realize it.
Yep.
It had to have been Bikini, Maya, or Misty. Pretty sure it wasn't Bikini. Just get that out there.
Yep.
So it leaves Misty and Maya.
Yep.
Misty's the main choice, I feel. Because Maya, I'm pretty sure she had started her training at that point.
Yeah, it's maybe a bit too distracted to do it.
Although... And also a bit too locked in.
Yeah.
So, I think it was Misty. Though that just leaves the problem of who the fuck killed her then.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out.
Someone else channeled the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne.
I'm a failure. I couldn't even grant my mother's final wish. Final?
Her final wish?
Oh, wait, are they just in execution season right now? Yes, this letter. This is my last wish, she said. So make sure you follow the instructions carefully.
This letter. Definitely need to find out more about it.
Oh, Edgeworth.
No.
My mother has gone to a place called a penitentiary.
Oh no, it's called Purgatory, dear. Yeah, I know, Pearls.
I visit her every month. And last month she told me...
The time we've been waiting for has come, Pearl. There's something I need you to do for me. I hid a letter for you at her home before they brought me here. I want you to read it and do exactly what it says. It's for the good of the Fake Clan, my angel. You'll be doing a great thing. Now, listen carefully, and I'll tell you where the letter's hidden.
Come along if you feel... I'm watching it. I was like, do I refuse to read this? My mother is always... Yay.
Yeah!
She said it was for the good of the Fae Clan, so I knew I had to help her. I mean, Mystic Maya's part of the Fae Clan, so it has to be good for her, too. That's right, isn't it, Mr. Nick?
The combination of childhood innocence and childhood stupidity.
It was childhood naivete.
That's in there too, but those other two are also a thing. The dogs agree. I guess so, yeah.
Bark. There was a picture in her letter, too.
A picture?
It was of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Usually a picture is enough to channel somebody's spirit, but this time...
A picture enough to channel somebody's spinach, but... Pretty weird, huh? I don't think Larry knows anything about this stuff.
There's something else that was strange about my mother's letter. The seal on it was broken, as if someone had already opened it once before.
That sure is pretty strange.
Pretty sure that's why Misty was here.
Someone had opened it already. Yeah, that explains why she came here. Thanks, Pearls. You really helped me out.
You're very welcome. My mother is watching over us from hell. I'm sure Mystic Maya will be all right.
Look at that innocent smile on her face. What am I supposed to say to her?
Your mother's dead. Actually, I don't know if she is. Oh, I did not expect you to randomly show up.
He's been here for like 10 seconds, dude.
I know. Excuse me. Finally figured it out, have you, Trite? You finally realized how terrible of a crime being painfully oblivious is.
Godot!
The entrance to the sacred cavern looks like a freaking puzzle workshop.
Guess he's talking about Iris and the lock-breaking effort.
It's all a waste of time.
Why do you say that?
Because my Fae isn't coming back.
What? You don't know what you're talking about. How could you say something like that?
It was your job to protect her, Trite. Just like it was your job to protect me, a Fae. Two sisters caught up in the worst circumstances.
I I realize that, but...
And you were the only one who was by their sides. You were the only one who could have saved them.
But I didn't know anything about what was going on!
What did I just say, Trite? Being oblivious is a heinous crime in itself.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. We'll settle everything in court tomorrow. Once and for all. Mr. Nick? Is what that man just said true?
You'll be alright, Pearls. I'm sure Maya's alive. You'll see for yourself tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. I know I can trust you, Mr. Nick. Boing.
My dear Pearl, you've done so well, my child, my Pearl.
Kill Phoenix.
It's better that you don't know. I knew this day would come for you. The blood of the main family is no more. Now you are to take the place at the head of the Fae clan.
You must be the head of the Transformer.
My last great wish. It seems I was just in time. Now you'll form the head.
Right, not Transformer. I meant Megatron. Not Megatron. Megazord. There we go.
No, Voltron.
Voltron.
You never got there!
It could have been Megazord.
No, I mean, yeah, but they don't use that line is what I'm going for. Hey, trial!
Ugh, we finally got here.
Whoosh! Boom, boom.